So, I'm making a 3-part video to unlock the whole fretboard. And what does that really mean, guys? What that means is that instead of playing like this, I want to show you a way to be able to stay right here and then play. Right? So now I've played all 3 chords in the same position. And what that does, it saves you energy, right? And this is called a cage system. In order to understand this, you have to understand the cage system theoretically. Now, I myself, being the doofus that I am, I'm self-taught and I've never learned any theory. And my first C chord was right here. And then from this C chord, I figured out all the other C chords by myself. And I'll tell you guys at the end maybe how my theory goes and how the real theory goes and why I like mine better than the other one. But let's stick to the cage system, right? Cage system, a lot of people think this is a little bit hard, but it's super, super easy and you probably know it already, right? So caged means C-A-G-E-D, those chords. And if you know how to play them open, right? So let's go caged. C, A, G, E, and D. Now, here is where a little bit of tricky part is. So you see all those chords, right? Now, I want you to imagine that here there is a fret. So if we had to move those chords down, like if we had to play those chords in this position, we would now have to bar this whole thing in order those chords to ring out. So let's say this, doing this, here would be doing this, and here would be doing this, right? So if that makes sense, right? Then if we're playing, let's say, E major, in order to play E major a half step down, we would have to bar this whole thing and then do this, right? And now that is E sharp. And if we go down, that's F, right? So far I'm making sense, right? This is a bar because it's open. It just means somebody already has their fingers over here, okay? God himself has come down and put his fingers here and he's not letting go. But after that, it's you. It's all on you, okay? Let's take the same example for C chord. We have a C chord here, right? In order for that C chord to go down half step, that open chord has to ring out. So you have to physically put your fingers there. It would sound like this, right? There it is. That's your C chord. That's exactly what you're playing here. You're just not hitting this note. So now you know 2. You know the E, you know the C. Let's do G. So if you're doing G, now the way I do G is like this. Now this is a little bit of a stretch. You gotta have a long finger. So it's like, right? And you just keep going down. These are all the major chords, wherever this finger is. So there's a D1, right? Now D1 is a little bit tricky and I hate it. It goes like this. And then you'd have to do it like this. I hate playing this. No one ever plays this. Usually they just do the triad. And that's it, okay? And then you have the A, which would be here. It would be. So you understand what I'm saying? That's it. That's all there is. So now let's take C, right? C major. And continue playing that C major based on the cage system. So we have C, then the A shape, then the G shape, then the E shape, and then we have that D shape here, which is awkward as hell, and no one ever plays this. See what I mean? Now, if you know how to play C in all 5 positions, just like I showed you now, that means you can play any other chord, right? In all the positions. That's just how that goes. Now you learn it in B. B's, right? So reversely it would be like the E shape, right? Then the G shape, then the A shape, then C shape, and that's it. You guys are probably thinking, okay, we learned the major, what about minor, right? How do we do this minor thing? Pretty easy, okay? For those of you that don't know theory, I don't either, so we're all in the same boat. Now, all of these things that I taught you stay the same except one note, and that one note goes from, it's the major third, and that major third just shifts left one fret to minor, and that's what's giving the sound. So let's start in C down here. Now you take this note and shift it here, now you have minor, right? Now we are on C major here. If you shift this major third down one, you get, now we're minor. Here we have C major again. If you shift this major third down here, we have minor, okay? And then we have C here. This is a little bit awkward to play minor here. So this is that one spot that you wouldn't play minor because it's just the fingering doesn't work out. Everywhere else you can do it. And where's the last one that I hate? No one ever plays this spot anyway, so just forget about it. It's just a triad. But then you can shift this here, so it would be like, and that would be the minor. And that's it. Now you can play all of the chords in all of the shapes. Now here's what I was doing in the beginning. By the way, if I'm teaching you something valuable, do me a solid and subscribe to the channel. Let's go back to how I started the video, which is now, how can we do this based on the knowledge that we have to play everything in this position? So we have that A minor, right? Then we have, this is E sharp major. So what do? That C shape right here. Then we have E, which would be right here. That's it. So that's what I want to explain to you. And the whole big reasoning with this is just to be efficient, not to go back and forth and stay in one position, play chords. So this is going to be part one, guys. The part two will be with soloing. So it's going to be single notes, stick for that. And then part three, we'll just put everything together. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Patreon. Click the bell. Comment in the section. I love you. Have a good weekend.